Welcome to the demo of GenAI and LLM validation and monitoring. For this, we will showcase NIMBUS Uno, an enterprise AI analytics platform by Solytics partners. This platform can monitor standard ML, traditional statistical models, and also capable of monitoring LLMs. When it comes to monitoring LLMs, it is primarily pivoted to the particular use case because this GPT model can be multiple-purposed. This is the main dashboard where you can track model performance over time, either for all use cases or a specific one. At the top, you see the overall performance of the model for a particular time frame. You can also view metrics across model families with the option to customize and add your own via use case orchestration, which I'll walk you through shortly. Not just with this family of models, we also monitor other models such as toxicity, total token distribution. We also monitor prompt injections and other jailbreak attempts, whether in the prompt or the model's response. At the bottom, you'll see all active pipelines, and you can monitor a specific use case by clicking on it. Now that we've seen the landing screen, let me walk you through how monitoring works on the platform. First, ingest the data, whether it's flat files, PDFs, or other formats. You can do so by uploading them on the platform by dragging and dropping them here. Once uploaded, the files appear under the Knowledge Articles section, where you can interact with them or chat to extract key information. You can also have a multi-select or use the DAC to chat with multiple documents at a single time. The first step is to integrate and ingest the data. The second step is to integrate the data into a vector or graph database and connect it to models, which can be configured here. You can choose to configure different model families. We use Allama to infer these base models. Similarly, you can connect to various vector or graph databases or set up business API integrations with tools like Microsoft Power View, Postgres, or any other database. Once the data has been ingested and the respective models also have been configured, the next step is to monitor the responses from these labs. We've often seen prompts and responses saved directly in the client system. We simply fetch the data on the platform and conduct extensive monitoring. The monitoring screen shows the monitor's performance for a specific use case. We offer various views, starting with Trace IQ, which gives a detailed look at prompts and responses across metrics. Any hallucinations or other issues detected will be flagged here. You can also provide specific feedback if needed. The Chat Interview view offers a complete session overview. From the first to the last prompt, you can click on any prompt response pair to view its metrics. You can also switch easily between the Trace view and the Chat Interview. Next, Embedding Insights offer a 3D visualization of the props view map. Here we can perform clustering on these props and see if there are any patterns within the props. This lets you identify and classify hallucinations and other issues in the RH. Next are the guardrails, where you can view various flagged issues. Flagged traces for particular issues such as content data, or PI information being disclosed, etc. We offer a dashboard showing the distribution of various rigors. Next is the driftless. This crucial feature tracks a large language model's performance over time, showing whether it declines or improves. You can set 2 time frames to compare and observe changes in the model's performance. You can export reports in PDF, CSV, or Word formats for easy visualization. Next is the Alert tab. In the Alert section, you can set thresholds for the specific metrics you want to monitor. This could be either above or below. Once thresholds are set, alerts are triggered and can be investigated for issues. Next is the dashboard view. This differs slightly from the initial dashboard we saw. That was at a very high level. Here, metrics are shown hourly with much finer detail, down to trace and session levels. Here, you can also view other monitored metrics on the platform. Finally is the metric. You can provide the prompt, response, and ground truth, then generate the selected metrics for that metric family. We observe the monitoring of the model, which is in production. The model can also be validated on our platform before going into production. Validation can be done by using benchmark datasets, generating specific or historical questions, or creating synthetic data from ground truth documents if no data is available. We have multiple strategies to generate questions. We also consider criteria like the types of questions that need to be asked. Once the data is generated, I can review it. I can review the generated prompts, context, responses, and the expected answers. I can also review further and give feedback on the generated questions. You can save the dataset and export it as a CSV or JSON for further analysis. After saving the dataset, you can evaluate the model by selecting it from the configured dropdown. If it's a benchmark dataset, a few are already provided. The other option is to select the dataset you just created. Once you select the dataset and run the evaluation, you'll see the prompt, model response, and reference answer. You can download the results as a CSV. You can also view a high-level summary of the model's performance. This framework allows you to monitor the model across various metrics like accuracy, hallucination rate, and more. Next is the Prompt Developer Lab, where you can evaluate prompts. Different prompts for a specific model. You can enter a model prompt as text or select a model and prompt from the library. We also offer A/B testing to compare responses from two models and choose the best prompt. You can select the better response and provide feedback to the model. All activities are focused on the specific use case we're handling. The first step is to create a new use case on the platform by providing basic details like model type and name. After registering the model, you can configure it by clicking the Configure button. Predefined UDFs are available to help compute certain metrics. You can add extra UDFs by either writing them in the Python console or importing them directly from the GitHub repository. After integrating the UDFs, you can seamlessly manage everything from data ingestion to dashboard creation and orchestration on the platform. We've also developed a documentation module powered entirely by GenAI models. Documentation created by the NIMBUS Uno platform can be further enhanced with large language models. We offer two ways to interact with the document, in Ask mode, and the other is Agent mode. We also offer the Solytics fine-tuned model trained on various validation and development reports. You can select a section and add it to the chat. Once you select to chat, the chosen text appears as context for drafting questions in the chat box. By default, we also offer options like rephrase and summarize. Once clicked, the model processes for a few seconds and then delivers a detailed rephrased response. You can copy the response to paste it elsewhere or continue interacting with the chatbot. The second option is Agent mode, where you select the model and have the deployed agent keep the document updated. You can rephrase a section, and the updated text will automatically appear in the document. This boosts the analyst's ability to draft documents simply by interacting with the agent. On the right, the updated version appears like a Git repository, allowing you to accept or reject the changes. Rejecting the session reverts the changes back. This feature helps not only with interpreting and rephrasing text, but also lets you select images or tables to directly interpret their results. In this case, let me select the model equation. Here, I'll select the model equation and ask the agent to interpret the results. Once the model interprets the results, The explanation appears below the data. You can see how the model interprets the R-squares and variables, providing a clear explanation of the results. Overall, the platform is flexible, allowing added functionalities and metrics while offering a standard framework to monitor large language models.